Hey everyone, right here with Rinksworks. Look what I got. New BB gun. It's a Crossman 760 Pump Master. I have had one of these pretty much since I was a kid. I have had one and worn them out and bought another one. And well, I wore out my last one. And so I went and bought another one. It's about 40 bucks. And they're great little BB guns. They're making them a little cheaper now, I noticed, with the plastic, but uh, they still have great sights on them. And so, I mean, for the price, it's something you can plink around with. Anyway, I was talking to my dad on the phone the other night and saying, "Yeah, I got this new BB gun. I got to sight it in, but I got to come up with some kind of backstop now that I'm in the neighborhood. I used to live out in the sticks, and I could just open my back door and shoot anything I wanted, much less a BB gun. But I don't want BBs flying around the neighborhood, so I was telling my dad I got to come up with something for a backstop, and he actually gave me a great idea. I shouldn't say actually. He always gives me great ideas, but this particular idea was another good one, so I'm going to give it a shot. And it'll allow us to capture the BBs and reuse them. So that's even better. Now, a lot of people say I'm notoriously cheap, and that may be a gene that got passed down to me. But being cheap doesn't mean buying your underwear at Goodwill. It means using things you have, trying to not be a consumer, and figuring things out with what you got. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use a box and a rug that's just been laying on the floor in my shop forever, has served no purpose, and so a couple of various tools, and we're going to try to come up with a way to have a backstop and collect the BBs. And I happen to have a shop I can actually shoot in here. I'm not telling you to shoot inside, but do what you want. This is not a safety video. But even if you're outside, this will allow you to capture them, reuse them, and not fling them all over the neighborhood. So let's build this thing. All right, first thing I did is I got this box. It's not quite square. It's a little bit narrower on this side than it is on this side. And I just taped the bottom seams up just so that the BBs can land in there and not get caught up in the seams and everything, just to make them easier to collect. So I did that, and then I measured the centers here, put a couple of holes just with a box knife, just put a couple holes like that. And then I took this dowel, which just happened to be laying around the shop, and I can use this for something else, so I'm not wasting this. I'm not going to cut it to fit this or anything like that. I'll just use it when I need it, and I can reuse it anytime I want. So this will go through here, and then I did the same thing on the other side, and I actually did it on all four sides. Actually, I didn't punch those holes yet, but you can see that I have them marked. But with this, because eventually you're gonna wear this out, and then you can just spin the box, move your target to the next side, and so on. So you basically get four things out of it. And now this is a rug. This is one of those heavy duty rugs. I don't know that I would probably not buy this to do this, because I think these are a little bit pricey, but honestly, this one has been in my shop for 3 or 4 years, just on the floor, not serving any purpose whatsoever, because I had a bunch of these. So I'm going to use this because this will, I think, stop BBs okay. I don't know that it'll stop pellets, so I'm not telling you to use this for a pellet rifle, like one of those 1,200 feet per second break barrel pellet rifles. Although I will try it because I have one. But I don't think this is going to be sufficient. But I think it'll be just fine to stop a BB. So what I'm going to do is, this is my narrow end. So I'm going to cut that rug. Actually, I'm going to make it lower. I'm going to cut it like this. And so it'll hang down to just about the bottom. and then we'll hang it in there. And so let's get to this thing cut. All right, first things first, let's figure out how big to cut this carpet. So this is about 12 inches, but we'll cut it 11.5 across this way. That way it gives us a little bit of movement. And so we're up to 16 at the center of that dowel, so we'll cut it 15. That way it has enough room to hang off that dowel. So we'll go 11.5 by 15. All right, so if we measure out 11.5, we're right in here. So this is a little bit more here. This is a little bit more than 11.5, but that's fine. So we'll go, that way we have a line basically. And 15 up this way is here. So we'll just draw a line and we'll go straight up this line and straight across this line. All right, as far as for cutting this thing, I'm gonna try using some tin snips. This is, really heavy duty rug. You could probably do it with several passes of a box knife or something, but let's see if this works. Oh yeah, this works. All right, I'm not gonna make you watch that whole thing, but I'm gonna cut it up and over. Bring you back as soon as I'm done. All right, so there it is cut, just leaning up against the box. So pretty much covers the whole side of the box there. Now this side is the wider side, so maybe about an inch on each side. That's okay. So I'm gonna probably put it behind this side here because I'd already run the dowel through this, so we'll just reuse it. So now what we gotta do is punch a couple holes to hang the zip ties from, or use zip ties to hang it from the dowel. So let's figure out how we're gonna punch those holes. All right, I'm gonna try a leather punch on this. I don't know if it'll work or not. I'm just gonna go in a couple inches on each side. Let's hope this works. Oh, it popped. Sounds like it works. Oh yeah, look, there's a hole. Now will the zip ties I have fit through it? Yep. All right. Okay, let's run this dowel through the box, which I've already done once, just as a test. So, and then we'll hang the rug. Now, I may just cut another piece and double this up. I have plenty left just to make sure, but I'm going to leave it like this just because I'm curious, proof of concept to see if the one piece is enough to stop them. But ultimately, I'll probably just put another piece on here just because after this has been shot so many times, the rug will probably wear out a bit. So we'll put another one back there just for peace of mind. But so now what we can do is we can slide this off and then put it through this way if we have to, or when we're ready to. Once we've blown out this side of the box, we can just keep spinning it and get basically four sides out of it. So all right, let's give it a shot, see if it works. All right, well, let's throw a target on here. Yeah. clip these off. And we'll close the box up just in case they bounce around in there. We'll have to just see how this thing responds. All right, let's shoot it. All right, so yes, I'm in my shop. I did throw a piece of plywood behind it just in case. So we are gonna test this thing out now. And I'll probably do 3 pumps, which they say is the minimum on this gun. So I'll do 3 pumps, shoot it, and then 5, and then 8, and then 10, which is the maximum amount of pumps that they say to use on this rifle. And we'll see if that carpet stops each one. So let's do it. All right, I'm at about 20 feet. I'm gonna do 3 pumps first. And I haven't fired this thing yet, so I don't know exactly where it's gonna hit, but I'm just gonna aim for the bullseye, of course. All right, I heard that BB land in the box. So that was 3 pumps. Let's give it 5 pumps. And looks like I hit a little low last time, but these sights have not at all been adjusted or anything. I did not hear that one land in the box, so I'm going to take a peek. Oh, that one went through. Okay, so 3 pumps, no problem. 5 pumps, it went through. So time to double that thing up. BB did land. It's actually sitting behind the box. All right, so let's take a look. This is a little disappointing. I really thought that rug was going to be plenty to stop him. So at 3 pumps, it did stop it. And see the BB laying down inside there? But the second shot with 5 pumps. Let me see if I can find the hole here. Yeah, that's right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of in the center of the screen. Went right through. Bummer. And there's the BB right there. And the indentation it made in the plywood. So, man, big difference between 3 and 5 pumps. So, since this is all the rug or carpet I have, I'm going to go ahead and double it up now. And then I'll bring you back after I set it all up because you already know what's happening. All right, I cut 2 more pieces out of that carpet or that rug, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to put all 3 in here. And I'll probably just keep the gun, or I'll probably just shoot it with just 3 pumps because I think that's just fine. I'll check, make sure it's not losing velocity, but I can shoot in here about 40 feet. So if I'm not losing any velocity with just the 3 pumps, I'll just keep it at that. Because the carpet is going to degrade over time. So I could also take that piece of plywood, cut it, and set it back in here just for extra precautions. But since 1 stopped that 3 pump BB, 3 is not going to have a problem. But let's give it a try. All right, I'm at about 30 feet. I'm just going to pump it 3 times. I'll probably shoot 3 rounds into it. And we'll check it out. All right, let's see what she did. Oh, look, yeah, a couple bullseyes. So 2 of the BBs landed in the box, and 1 is embedded in the carpet. So I don't know. This is the best thing to use. I got to thinking afterwards. I'd probably just stuff this with a bunch of old clothes, but it'd be harder to reclaim the BBs. But with this thing, with a brand new gun and good seals in it, it's got quite a bit of velocity. But I can shoot it like that for a while, and it'll be fun. It stops it. I might see if I can get that camera. I don't know if iMovie does slow motion or not, but I wonder if I can get to watch a hit in slow motion. Let's give it a try. Let's do one more. Oh, heck. One more. Just for fun. All 3 BBs are in the box. Well, that's fun. Then we can do a little bit of shooting. Obviously, that carpet is going to degrade over time, so especially if you're hitting it in the same spot each time. So I don't know if that's the best stuff to use or not. Well, probably not. But if you have any ideas for a backstop like this, throw it down in the comments so we can all learn from it and get some ideas. Also, if anybody knows a good BB gun pistol that's not CO2, throw that down in the comments too. I haven't really looked that hard, to be honest, so I don't know what's out there, but I don't really like the CO2 stuff, so I like to avoid that. But anyway, hopefully this will give you some ideas, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.